EXCLUSIVEEamonn Holmes' dislike for Phillip Schofield is so strong he has no regrets about his outbursts causing issues at the end of his marriage to Ruth Langsford. Eamonn Holmes' dislike for Phillip Schofield became so severe that he has no regrets about his outbursts sparking issues at the end of his marriage to wife Ruth Langsford. A source close to Eamonn, 64, has revealed he stands firm in his outspoken rants about Phillip, which we can reveal left his wife Ruth dismayed towards the end of their marriage. Ruth is still a regular star on fellow ITV favorite Loose Women, and a source said she felt awkward that her spouse was speaking out about the channel and how he felt betrayed by them. She and Eamonn announced their split in May after 14 years of marriage after work commitments took their marriage in different directions, and he has since been pictured while on holiday with girlfriend Katie Alexander. The presenter has openly shared his dislike of the star, with the pair's warring words sparking a feud that's been dubbed one of the biggest in show business. A source told Mail Online, Eamonn's dislike for Phillip existed for a long time, but it became very public at the end of his marriage to Ruth. And as his hatred for him and ITV grew, the cracks in their relationship grew deeper. Ruth became a bit dismayed at Eamonn for making repeated digs at ITV after they were axed from This Morning. Ruth wasn't over the moon about it, but given she was still a cemented member of the Loose Women family, it made things somewhat awkward for her to have Eamonn criticizing ITV. But Eamonn loathes Phillip and has no regrets about what he said and certainly doesn't think he threw him under the bus. He doesn't regret any of his behavior. He believes he's addicted to fame, and he can't believe he's attempted to relaunch himself with his documentary this week. Eamonn is trying to move on with his life, and has no plans to ever make it up with Phillip. Eamonn declined to comment when contacted by Mail Online. But a source close to the presenter said it would be wrong to suggest his comments about Phillip or ITV had anything to do with his marriage breaking down. Eamonn was particularly aggrieved about being let go by ITV, claiming he was never given an accurate reason. His culling was made even more frustrating by his belief Phillip had been given unwavering support by ITV, despite his behavior offset, a belief shared by Phillip's former co-host Fern Britton and Amanda Holden, who briefly hosted This Morning alongside him in 2015, while Holly was on maternity leave. The incident confirmed Eamonn's belief that Phillip had constantly been faded despite his poor behavior behind the scenes, sources claimed. On Monday, Eamonn furiously hit out at Phillip ahead of his TV comeback, saying he is very proud to have thrown him under the bus. While discussing Phillip's much-criticized television comeback on Channel 5 show Castaway, Eamonn made his feelings clear. As co-host Isabel Webster revealed on Monday's GB News Breakfast that Schofield claimed he was thrown under the bus, Holmes was quick to reply, "Well, if I'm one of the people who threw him under the bus, I'm very proud to have done it. This man is addicted to fame, absolutely addicted to fame." Holmes, who has made no secret of the fact he dislikes Schofield, later added that Schofield deserves to be in exile. Rumors about animosity between Phillip and Eamonn had circulated for months, with the pair known to one another for about 3 decades. While Holmes hosted GMTV, Schofield presented This Morning before Holmes joined him on the Not Daytime show in 2006. In a bid to keep the peace on the much-loved ITV daytime program, Holmes and Schofield had tried to keep their mutual resentment to themselves. When Phillip came out as gay live on This Morning back in February 2020, Eamonn was a picture of moral support, even though sources say he was not furious about being forced to back the man he so disliked. Nowadays, both have given up on such pretenses. They openly despise one another so much that they would cross the road to avoid having to even look at each other, according to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail. It's usually women who fall out in show business, but Eamonn and Phil's is by far the bitchiest, most vicious fallout in television. They hate one another. Eamonn cannot stand Phil, and while he never used to talk about it, now he just doesn't care. He thinks Phil is a disgrace and a liar. Phil keeps quiet about it all, but the feeling is mutual. The pair's feud began with an incident involving Holmes's former wife Ruth Langsford. In 2019, she filed an official complaint against Schofield after she was cut off mid-sentence by the presenter as she was explaining what was coming up on her Not segment of This Morning. Phillip said live on air at the time, "Guys, we're going to have to jump in there and stop you, I'm afraid, because we're a bit tight for time at this end. Thank you, Ruth." Unimpressed, Ruth responded, "Well, I only had about 2 more words to say," and slammed down her pen in fury. Schofield then wrote about the exchange in his 2020 autobiography Life's What You Make It. Eamonn was particularly riled since he had made the effort to appear supportive of Schofield coming out on national TV. After being told by ITV bosses about Schofield's announcement when he and Langsford arrived at work that morning back in February 2020, he was seen embracing Schofield. Eamonn felt very used by Phil for the coming out scenes, said one insider. He and Ruth were told that they had to be there and it all looked like they were best friends. Eagle-eyed viewers at the time said that it was fake. Now we know it was. Eamonn despises not Schofield and has for a very, very long time. The anger only increased after Holmes departed ITV, and the moment Schofield admitted his affair with the young man, referred to as Person X by ITV chiefs, he unleashed his fury. It's thought that Eamonn and Ruth were particularly aggrieved at how Schofield treated his young This Morning colleague, whom he had an affair with behind his own wife's back. Ruth knew the young man particularly well as he had later moved to Loose Women, on which she was a presenter. Eamonn took a dim view of it all, said a source close to him. He knew nothing of the relationship and felt lied to, like many of not Schofield's other colleagues. That was it for Eamonn. He just couldn't keep quiet about it anymore. Speaking about the young man in an interview on GB News after Schofield's confession, Holmes said, "Ruth and I particularly looked after him. He never once talked to us about any relationship, but we knew he was in a bad way fragilely. There's an incredible duty of care that needs to go towards that young man." During the same chat, he let rip at Phillip, saying that he created an atmosphere where people hated him. He didn't look at anybody. He is a complete and utter dyed-in-the-wool narcissist. Friends of Schofield say that he was very upset by the interview and said that it contributed to his already fragile state of mind in the aftermath of him quitting ITV after admitting his affair. Eamonn Holmes has no regrets over feud with Phillip Schofield. Eamonn Holmes is said to have no regrets about voicing his issues with Phillip Schofield and ITV. Eamonn Holmes is said to have no regrets about voicing his issues with Phillip Schofield and ITV. The GB News presenter, 64, has made his feelings about Schofield and his former employer heard loud and clear in recent months. But given she was still a cemented member of the Loose Women family, it made things somewhat awkward for her to have Eamonn criticizing ITV. Eamonn has made his feelings about his former employer heard loud and clear, the insider added to Mail Online. But Eamonn loathes Phillip and has no regrets about what he said and certainly doesn't think he threw him under the bus. In a recent and revealing interview, Eamonn Holmes, the celebrated broadcaster known for his extensive career in television, opened up about his contentious relationship with fellow presenter Phillip Schofield. Holmes made headlines when he boldly declared that he has no regrets regarding the ongoing feud, which has captured the attention of fans and media alike. The roots of the dispute can be traced back to their time working together on This Morning, a popular daytime talk show. Holmes, who co-hosted the program for many years, has suggested that professional disagreements and differing work ethics were at the heart of the conflict. He pointed out that tensions escalated when certain incidents went public, leading to a series of exchanges that painted a picture of a fractured professional relationship. Holmes's decision to speak out comes after months of speculation and public interest in the feud. Many viewers have expressed their opinions on social media, with some siding with Holmes and others defending Schofield. The public nature of their disagreements has prompted discussions about the pressures of working in the television industry and the personal dynamics that can sometimes affect professional collaborations. During the interview, Holmes reflected on the fallout from their disputes. "I don't think I did anything wrong. It's important to stand up for your beliefs and principles," he emphasized. His comments suggest a deep commitment to his values, which he feels were compromised in their working relationship. He further elaborated on how the conflict has shaped his view of professional conduct in broadcasting, stressing the importance of integrity and accountability. Holmes's remarks come at a time when the media landscape is increasingly scrutinized for its treatment of personal conflicts among public figures. The ongoing saga between him and Schofield has highlighted the complexities of relationships in the high-stakes world of television, where public personas can sometimes clash with private disagreements. Holmes acknowledged the difficulties of maintaining professionalism amid such tension, particularly when personal feelings are involved. As he moves forward in his career, currently hosting a show on GB News, Holmes expressed excitement about new opportunities. He has dedicated himself to connecting with audiences in meaningful ways, emphasizing that his focus is on delivering quality content and engaging stories. "I'm looking forward to what's next. My priority is my audience and the issues that matter," he stated, hinting at a future filled with fresh projects and ideas. Despite the ongoing feud, Holmes also conveyed a sense of goodwill towards Schofield, asserting that he does not wish ill upon him. However, he remains firm in his stance regarding their differences. This perspective is notable, as it illustrates a mature approach to conflict resolution, where Holmes chooses to prioritize his professional integrity over personal grievances. The narrative surrounding their rivalry has sparked conversations about the nature of friendships in the television industry. Industry experts have noted that such conflicts can have broader implications for workplace dynamics and can affect team morale. Holmes's willingness to openly discuss his experiences sheds light on the often hidden challenges faced by television presenters, where public personas can mask underlying tensions. Holmes's comments resonate with many fans who appreciate his forthrightness and commitment to authenticity. His stance serves as a reminder of the pressures faced by those in the public eye, as well as the importance of transparency and honesty in professional relationships. As the saga continues, the media's fascination with the feud shows no signs of waning. Both Holmes and Schofield are established figures in British television, and their conflict has added another layer to their public personas. Fans remain engaged, eagerly following any developments in their relationship and sharing their views on social media platforms. In conclusion, Eamonn Holmes's reflections on his feud with Phillip Schofield reveal a broadcaster unafraid to stand by his principles and voice his opinions. While the public may remain divided on their views, Holmes's confidence in his stance highlights his commitment to his career and his audience. As he looks to the future, it's clear that he intends to focus on his work and continue making a significant impact in the world of broadcasting. The story of their feud, however, is likely to linger, keeping audiences intrigued as both presenters navigate their respective paths in the ever-evolving landscape of television.